I definitely bringing people into the center of the conversation, allowing them to kind of navigate where that conversation is going to go, and working alongside them to ensure that they feel heard and seen. Like these connections, though they may seem small, when someone shows up for you 5 days a week for like 20 minutes each day, really makes an impact on somebody's life, and something that our programs aim to do.
I think outreach is important because not only are we providing the survival things that people need, snacks, food, harm reduction, survival gear for living outside. We're often the first point of connection for other services or bringing people into service at all. So yeah, I love going out and making connections with folks and seeing, once we get a little bit more comfortable with each other, seeing what sort of goals they have and what they want to start working on. But it's often sort of like the first line towards connecting to other services. Young, like 20, 30, quite a few seniors, unfortunately. A lot of people with disabilities. This past winter I had to source 3 different wheelchairs and figure out if they fit into a tent. So that's depressing. If their encampment gets cleared or they have to move for some reason, that connection that we had is hard to find again.
We have 2 different types of days on outreach. We have our days where we kind of go to the places we know, we do our rounds, we connect with people like I was just talking about, and building those rapport and those connections. And then every once in a while we have sort of adventure days where it's about, we heard that somebody's in this back forest, let's go on a hike and see if we can find them. And so some of our days are spent kind of hiking through the backwoods or through marshes and areas like that until we find somebody. Sometimes we come across an abandoned encampment, sometimes we come across a clearing that's gone. And sometimes we make a new connection with somebody that wasn't being connected with before.
It is very real, particularly in the winter, particularly in the heat, where it is really survival, like, am I gonna live through this weather? And, we see the lineups at the shelters at night, and it can be pretty heavy and dark, and small kindness to people when you see a tent, like leaving water and hand warmers. Those hand warmers might allow them to keep their fingers overnight.
Research-wise, know that this is not enough. We know that it's not enough. In an ideal world, I would be working myself out of a job. And the sad part about the job that I'm doing, which is coordinating a team to meet people where they're at, living on the streets that don't have access to resources in other places, I would love to work myself out of a job, but what we're seeing is that, if anything, the work just keeps doubling every year.
Most have a worker, most are trying to get housing and can't because they can't afford it or it doesn't exist. And I've never spoken to anyone who's happy to be living outside, who wants to be living in a tent. That's not what people want. They want housing.
I think it's a wild thing to suggest that other people aren't affected outside of the population experiencing the homelessness. Like, local businesses and homeowners and renters are affected by homelessness too. It does have an impact. The biggest thing that I learned on the Unity Project is that I think both sides of the issue are experiencing a lot of burnout.
I've seen how much different people have come and said, I've actually seeing how you guys care about me I'm starting to see that I'm worth caring about myself and start valuing myself and seeing that I am worth it and that I can make decisions to look out for my best interest and try to progress forward. And I don't know, I think that's been a beautiful thing for both sides, to be honest.
It's the Jimmy Jams, isn't it? Just watching somebody kind of realize that they're not alone anymore, I think is a really cool experience.